If you want to see how I made these vintage inspired burlap bags, stay tuned. Okay, so you're gonna need a stencil of some sort, or if you're good at freehanding things, by all means do that. You're gonna need a burlap bag. I got these from a local flea market, and some paint, and that's where you get to be creative and pick whatever color you want. Make sure you just put something on the inside of the bag so that it doesn't bleed through the other side when you start to paint or stencil. So I've chosen the word that I want to use. This is a French worded stencil. I got these on clearance from Joann's a few years ago and went through my stash and found them and thought I would try out this project. I'm just stenciling with regular old acrylic paint, but you can use stencil paint or, matte paint or chalk paint, whatever you want to use. And just, stenciling. It's not rocket science. Really easy. And you don't necessarily have to have a stencil brush. You could use a sponge or a regular foam brush. Just so long as you don't get a whole lot of paint on it. It's more of a sort of dry brush effect, or, along those lines. You're just tapping over the stencil. I chose this oxblood color. I wanted the red because that's what I have in my kitchen. And this says Cafe de Paris. My kitchen is sort of French country, I guess, or it has some French country elements, so that's why I went with this. But you could choose whatever, fonts or, stencils or whatever you want. And like I said, if you're good at freehanding, by all means do that. Here I'm using a black and stenciling number 1 on the bag. And it's that easy. And now I'm going to stencil, I think, the word vin or vin, however you pronounce it. Honey, I don't speak French, but I kind of think it means wine or something along those lines, or it has something to do with wines or grapes or something. But anyway, it looks cool on the bag, so I'm going to stencil that on there as well. And if you know what that means, by all means, let me know down in the comments. Because I haven't got a clue. And if you don't feel like you can hold your stencil steady, if you decide to use one, you can use like painter's tape to adhere it down. So don't feel as though you have to hold it like I did. And I didn't measure anything. I just sort of eyeballed. I think that just adds to the vintage look. And this is done. And I'm going to show you another bag, and I use different words. And you will get to see how I styled them at the end of the video. But I wanted these because I wanted to add the little burlap element to my fall kitchen. And once I decorate it, you'll get a chance to see how it's styled in the kitchen. So now I'm stenciling the word patisserie. So I know that has to do with pastries. So I'm putting that one, or this word, should I say, on this bag. And again, don't forget to put a piece of plastic or wax paper, cardboard, or something on the inside of the bag so that it doesn't bleed through. And now I'm going to stencil another word towards the bottom, because I wanted to put a little design in the middle. So I moved the stencil a little bit farther down. And it is that easy, y'all. It is so simple to do. I think the hardest thing is finding the burlap bags, but I want to say I saw some in Walmart. You could probably order them on Amazon in different sizes. So yeah. And now I'm gonna decide what I want to do in the middle, and I went with this little design on this other stencil, and it's sort of a little scrolly kind of look. And you can do that. You can mix and match designs and font styles and all that stuff. You don't just have to use one stencil necessarily. And Dollar Tree, should I say, they have some really nice stencils. I know I picked up a few not too long ago that were really nice, and they were self-adhesive, so that's a plus. And I just flipped this upside down so that they would be opposite each other and sort of look more, I guess, deliberate, if you will. And that is it. So here is a picture of how I styled it for video purposes, but you'll get to see it in my kitchen soon. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next